Yep, Queen Dee Dee with Dee Dee, damn it, said it because she wanted to say it. She did say it, and she ain't saying nothing else. But what the hell going on with this dumbass story? Couple receives a maximum life sentence for forcing adopted black children to work as slaves for they white asses in this modern day. And nobody picked up on this. Let's listen into this 2-minute and 14-second video.
Because this court will not.
An emotional sentencing in Kanawha County Circuit Court for a couple found guilty of a number of charges, including human trafficking, civil rights, and child abuse. This after investigators say Ginny Whitefeather and Donald Lance locked their children inside a closed-off area of a barn in Sissonville. The discovery made by sheriff deputies in October 2023. The couple addressing the court Wednesday.
I just like the court to know that I have made mistakes and I'm very sorry for that. And I love my children. I have never ever done anything to any one of my 8 children to harm them intentionally.
Just like to say, your children, I do love you.
Those children also addressing the court through impact statements. The eldest child calling Whitefeather and Lance monsters and saying they were tortured mentally. Another one of the children saying, "I will be something amazing. I will be strong and beautiful. You will always be exactly what you are." Horrible. Even the youngest child writing a letter that was read aloud.
Taught to laugh at my siblings and told they were bad. I was kept from them and watched all the stuff happen. Now in my new home, I see that everything was not right there with Jeannie and Donald.
Prosecutors making a plea for a penalty they believe fits the crime.
I ask you to remember that Jeannie Whitefeather and Donald Lance have provided these children with a life sentence. They are beautiful and wonderful children. I cannot say enough good about these children. But they will deal with the effects of Mr. Lance's and Miss Whitefeather's treatment for the rest of their lives.
The couple likely to spend the rest of their lives behind bars. The judge handing down a sentence of more than 200 years for Whitefeather and more than 150 years for Lance. She also left both with strong words.
That they will bear the psychological scars of what was done to them by you, Jeannie Whitefeather, and you, Donald Lance, for the rest of their lives.
Abby Lord, WSAZ, Kanawha County.
Trayvon Woodard is the man Dallas police say
This is appalling. This is so appalling on so many levels until it's like kind of hard to believe that people really still believe that they can get away with this type of enslavement. The problem that I'm kind of going through right now on the inside is I'm just wondering, why did these kids deserve that from these mental illness patients? See, there are so many people that honestly feel in their heart that they're going through mental illness. Those people that really feel like they're going through mental illness, the fact that you can even say that you feel like you're going through mental illness, you probably not going through mental illness, you're going through mental life, like all of us have gone through, going through, and gonna go through. For those that feel like they ain't going through anything because they got money, or they got this, or they got that. See, everybody got a day and a time. You just got to wait on yours. See, when yours come, it might not be what you really expecting. See, these people right here, they're going through, they have mental illness. My prayers go out to these children. And honestly, just listening to the impact statements that they wrote, it's fulfilling to know that they are going to do their best to beat the odds. They're going to do their best to come up out of this. They're going to do their best to make sure that this don't honestly impact their lives for the rest of their life. And I hope where wherever it is they go at, I truly hope that they get the help and that they also start getting the love that they need. And I hope this time around, these agencies honestly start watching these children a little bit closer, because I find it so weird that they make so much money in the adoption system. They make so much money when these kids become orphanages. They make so much money. Do you know our taxes go towards stuff like this too? But to me, it's always like they got a lack thereof. Like they always find a way to leave kids in the system and never check back on them. You know why? Because they get kickbacks. It doesn't matter how many times they move these kids from place to place. Do you know the kind of money that they get when they move these kids around? Man, you got people that get $3,000. Some of these agencies get $3,000. If a kid move from a spot to spot to spot, every time they move, they getting paid. Y'all go look it up. They don't really care what happens to these kids, especially if they agency getting kickbacks. They don't care to go look and make sure that the mental well-being of these children are stable. They don't go back to check these kids. Hey, I want to check on you. Is everything okay? Let me take them out the home and have a conversation with them. See, me being any type of social worker, you don't get to pull these type of wolves over my goddamn eyes. Because if you get put on my desk, and I'm supposed to make sure you okay, you better believe it. Not only am I going to make sure you okay, I'm going to make sure them dumbasses okay. Because my eyes ain't going to see nothing to miss it. My mouth ain't going to say nothing to not say it. And my ears aren't going to hear nothing that I didn't hear. Because I'm going to see it before I hear it or before I say it. Or guess what? I'm going to feel it. That's when the Lord bless you. He bless you because I can only say this, and I'm going to leave this story alone. There was another story that I did a few months back where a little 3-year-old baby girl was brutally raped and murdered by her mom's friend, who she asked to watch her 3-year-old while she go do whatever she was doing. He brutally raped this baby and scrubbed her face with bleach. When he went to prison, he probably was in prison maybe a week or two, and he was murdered. Or maybe it was natural death. So go ahead, go to prison, and somebody will see y'all on the other side. This is a disgrace.